Got the gain up, the faders up.
Okay, welcome everybody to the Celebrity Ballroom here in downtown Beloit. We got a great program for you tonight. We are Mountain Music for Flatlanders, the three of us, but we got a bigger program than all of us. We have the great author and environmentalist, Rick Bass. He's looking at me like, who is that guy? I never heard of him before. We got locally Midwesternly renowned Chris Fink. He's going to tell some stories. We have some students from Beloit College are going to play some music tonight. We got Annabelle and Brandon are going to do a duo. And then we have Miranda. We have Tacey's going to do some poetry. And we're just going to have a good time. I did forget one thing before we went live, is to tell everyone the restrooms are down the hall. And for you at home, just go take a right. When you stand up, take a right. And your bathroom's just down at the end of that hall, right? You should be able to find it. All right, I think we're ready to go. We're going to go ahead and do a song to start with, based on one of Chris Fink's short stories.
Down.
Thank you. Thanks so much. That song's called Batterman, based on Barnyard Billy Licks the Grass. And if you don't have the Chris Fink book, we got a shameless plug right here. Go out and buy it. Go buy it now. You can get it on Amazon. You can come up here, give me $10, and I'll give you this. And he'll even sign it. All right, but we also have another great author here tonight, and he's going to come up. Rick, come up and tell the story of this guitar. This is the first Black Ram Jam that we're holding here in Beloit. And there's a whole story behind this of why we're here, why we're having this party. So come on out. Good crowd here tonight. Wow. All right. Awesome. I say that every week, but this time it's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rick Bass.
Thank you guys for coming in. Can you hear me in the back and corners and whatnot? Super. Thanks, Beloit, for having Carter and me here for the last 6-7 weeks, and it's so great to see the Mackey Chair class here. You guys have got midterms. You have other things to be doing. They're not better things, but you have other things. So thank you for being here for a night of art, lit, poetry, song, music. Thank you, Nick, and your amazing band. I don't think she's ever had electric guitar played next to her before, and she was like watching, just like, wow, like the whole world is new to her. She was 315 years a tree, an Engelmann spruce in the Yak Valley of northwestern Montana, and we've been defending her forest, this ancient inland rainforest that has been slated for clear cutting, hundreds of acres of clear cut, enormous old trees like the spruce that she came from. They cut a road, Forest Service cut a road to the edge of the forest, and the wind shear blew her tree down. And we went in and cut out a section and took that section, we strapped it in the front seat of the Subaru and sprinkled water on it to keep it from checking on the drive. We drove to Bozeman, 465 miles, and gave her to this master luthier, Kevin Kopp, who made a guitar out of her to advocate for her forest. The actor and musician Jeff Bridges heard the original Black Ram guitar being played and said, I want to make 6 more with Breedlove guitars through my All in This Together sustainability campaign that uses only domestic wood, of which the top is from that Engelmann spruce from the Yak. So now there's 7 of them in the world. Long story. Anyway, these Black Ram guitars are advocating for protecting her old forest and all old forest across the northern tier of the United States. These northern forests hold so much more carbon than do other forest types, and they're climate lifeboats for us. They will slow the rate of, protecting them will slow the rate of climate change so that sensitive species can adapt, including our own. We envision this one seed, this one tree, this one guitar, creating a global curtain of green, a green halo at the northern latitudes that absorb carbon, up to 1/3 of the world's annual carbon emissions. And that we're doing it through song and art is really sweet, because there's a lot of ugly stuff out in the world right now. And to be able to convert this chronic climate grief that we carry around into climate joy is a very powerful and revolutionary act. And so I'm really grateful to all of you joining in this beautiful celebration and resistance. And we're going to have, who comes next? Poetry? Reading? More song?
We have Chris Fink is going to come up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, band.
All right, we got Chris Fink. And Rick, I love, Rick had mentioned this the other day, that how every time this guitar is played, or play as he was saying with the electric guitar next to it, or the drums or whatever, is that the Black Ram is soaking it up. It's soaking it up, and all those sounds come in, and then they come out every time someone plays it. It comes out a little bit differently. Mr. Chris Fink. All right, and then we're gonna have, and then Miranda, why don't you, you'll be on deck.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Black Ram. All right, so I'm going to read a couple things. This is going to be an evening of music, but also readings that hopefully are a little musical. So I'm going to read a couple of the short pieces that I do for public radio and that ended up contributing to this book that I wrote called Forage Like a Bear that John Porcellino did who teaches comics at the college. He did these cool illustrations for. So I'm going to read a couple short pieces from here. I tried to pick some spring ones or things that are seasonal. And I tend to write a lot about a couple things I love, which are birds and fishing. So you're going to get one of each of those. This first one sounds a little professorly, so I'm sorry about that. It's called Pay Attention. The poet,
This is showbiz.
the poet, Allen Ginsberg, if you've heard of him, advises writers to pay attention to what you pay attention to. Pay attention to what you pay attention to. The idea being that the source of your creative impulse lies deep in your personal obsessions rather than in some more public space where someone is always telling you what's worth your attention. Taking Ginsberg's advice is fun. What have I been paying attention to? But can also be a little embarrassing, if you're honest. Case in point. Lately, I'll be honest, I've been paying attention to length of day. Does anyone else have this strange obsession? Every year in February, I seem to find myself Googling the sunrise-sunset calendars. By this time of year, Wisconsin is really packing on the daylight. You get about 20 minutes of extra daylight per week. Every week. For free. Feels like getting away with something, which I like. I love thinking about how next Wednesday I'll have an extra 20 minutes of daylight to spend as I wish. Is it miserly or small-minded to hoard like pennies these extra minutes of light? Maybe, but birds do it, I've noticed. And I like birds. Birds I pay attention to, but they have such small brains. Why is my somewhat bigger brain also focusing on this minutia? I'm not sure. Maybe I shouldn't admit this in public. Maybe I should just keep all this under my hat. It is what I've been paying attention to, however, and now I've paid attention to that. And so have you. Sorry. This is on the subject of bird brains, one more, and then on to ice fishing. So my student was asking me the other day if birds can rhyme. And I said, I don't know, maybe that's the only thing they can do. This is called Sing Like a Chickadee. Maybe it should be called Think Like a Chickadee, but I'm calling it Sing Like a Chickadee. Since every day you sing for me, today I sing for thee, chickadee. Your name and everything you sing ends in E. You sing onomatopoetry, and in spring you sing pee-wee and hey, sweetie. You weigh no more than a AAA battery. You're the most curious of birds. I think you may even understand me. You're tough and cute, and you stick around in foul weather. Other songbirds flock to you. They know you're onto something. You have a secret, chickadee, that you can't keep under that black cap of yours. Your secret is that you have the most amazing memory. Each year, your elastic hippocampus swells in late summer and fall. Yes, you're a bird who can grow your brain. But why does it grow? So you can find the buckets of seeds you've taken from my feeder, each seed hidden in its own cache to last the winter. You can find seeds hidden in 10,000 trees, all in the time it takes me to find my keys. Your winter brain inflates to fill its cavity, but then in spring, it shrinks again. I agree, chickadee. one doesn't need to be so smart in the spring. In spring, you can eat your fill of torpid insects. In spring, perched on a fat catkin in a slant of sun, who needs memory? You know this truth. Spring is a time to feel, not to think. Spring is a time for spending, not accounting. The heart and belly swell in spring, even as the brain shrivels. It's happening to me right now. I feel it, small friend, chickadee. We're not as smart as we used to be. But it's springtime, and we're singing. That was it. One more. They're only 90 seconds. You can tune out and it'll all be over. I noticed that I used the word torpid twice in my life, and it was in that last one and this one that's coming. Torpid. Now you're going to hear it everywhere. It's the way it goes in life. So my students were talking about what are you going to do for spring break? And they have all kinds of plans to go someplace warm. Some of them are even going to Paris, France. I don't know if they're here. But I'm going ice fishing for my spring break, unless I fail. Most of my ice fishing stories are about failing, and so this one's called Ice Out. During my spring break in mid-March, I packed up the truck and headed north with my buddy Mike for some late spring ice fishing. March can be the best time to ice fish. The days are long, the snow is melting, and as the meltwater trickles through the ice, it tickles the whiskers of the fish, waking them from their winter torpor. Hungry and spring feverish, March crappies leap from the ice holes into the laps of the fishermen, sitting up top on their buckets. Or so an ice fisherman tells himself as he dreams about his spring trip north. But when he arrives north, what he sees out on the lake is honeycombed, pocky, mottled, and puddled, a sheet of ice most unsafe. This, my friends, is the end of the season. It's a hard day when you have to hang up your ice bibs for the year. It takes a long time to get your mind around it. Instead of ice fishing, my 3 days up north are spent on cabin repair. It's just not fair. But as we caulked the gaps in the old cabin's battens, the sun shone, and Mike and I witnessed the spring miracle known as Ice Out. The warm wind gapped the north shoreline, and for 2 days we watched the open water march in dappled waves across the lake toward us. What had been a frozen landscape had suddenly become a watery one. Before we packed up to head south, I had my binocs out, glassing mergansers. In the time it takes a lake to thaw, your mind, too, warms to the idea. Next trip north, I'll be like those fish ducks out there, afloat. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't, the first Thursday of every month, we play here. We do this kind of thing, just like this, with a live stream, and then have some readings and some poetry, and we're going to, as we are again tonight. So that the first Thursday of every month, come on down, and we do the same kind of thing. How many of you have been on Chris's trip up to the Boundary Waters, and where they practice writing and get in touch with nature? Now, at home, you can't, I'm seeing a sea of hands going up. There are hundreds and hundreds of hands going up. So that's good. Chris is taking a lot of people up there. Miranda, you come on, make your way up here. We have Miranda's going to sing, are you going to sing 2 songs? Are you up for 2? All right, she's up for 2. And so we have Miranda. And then on deck, we have Tacey is going to come up and read some poetry. Can I adjust that for you?
Yeah.
All right, she's making her debut here on the Thursday night. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, good. Lots of support. Here we go.
you want me to plug it into your that one instead? Do that. Does it work? Okay. I'm Miranda, and I'm here to make you feel sad and stuff. I'm never the first to say it's time to go. I hold to the linger close and make time slow. This pattern, it's a panic, I pay the toll. The secrets in the attic start to show. You sleep through the morning sound, I lie awake and run through it in my head. What will it take to get you to turn around and not run away? I'm starved now, an ounce of hope gave to a chase. Is it toxic or a promise that if I start being honest, I might finally get just what I ask of you? But that's a problem. Aren't you exhausted? The way you hold all that love hostage doesn't keep you safe the way you want it to. I can't see you clearly through the TV glow. Can we close the gap between so I can finally know if searching through the static would have brought you home? Or if it's just in your fabric to be alone? Is it toxic or a promise that if I start being honest, I might finally get just what I ask of you? But that's a problem. Aren't you exhausted? The way you hold all your love hostage doesn't keep you safe the way you want it to. It didn't keep you safe the way you want it to. It didn't keep me safe the way you want it to.
All right, while we're making some minor adjustments here, it's a finicky guitar. Are you gonna stick with that guitar?
It sounds better now.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go with it. Miranda again.
I guess I don't know if anyone's watching on the stream. They got a half a cappella performance, yeah. Residual, I still feel the pull in my Oedipus with all this praxis. Help me out, put a hand on my mouth. My eyes are selling out what I really need now. Letting it all come down. It's so easy to fall and so hard to fall out. Not miserable, a little pitiful. I'm just a dog on the porch. Can't stand the nail anymore. I grip around the feeling and the sound. I'll comb the tension out until I lose my ground. Letting myself come down. It's so easy to fall and so hard to fall Can you fall into directions where you've been and where you're heading? If I point to the inception, could we flatten out our senses? It's a circle in infinity, so you'll find your way back to me. If I am part of everything, then we're connected at the seams. I'll fall into directions where I've been and where I'm heading. If you point to the inception, I could understand the question. It's a cycle in infinity, so you'll find your way back to me. If I am part of everything, then we're connected endlessly. I'll fall into directions where I've been and where I'm headed. If you point to the inception, I could tangle up our senses. It's a cycle in infinity, so you'll find your way back to me. If I'm a part of everything, I can't separate you from me. Letting it all come down. It's so easy to fall and so hard to fall back out.
Miranda, what year are you at school?
I'm a freshman. I just started.
She's a freshman. We got her for 3-4 more years coming to this thing every first Thursday. So there's so much, I would say, hidden talent in Beloit. Whether it's hidden or not, that's what this thing is all about. That's what CELEB here is all about, is having wonderful players like Miranda Leach come up here and share her talents. Thank you so much. We're going to have Tacey come up and do, she's got a couple poems. Oh, there she is right there. Hi, Tacey. All right, come on up here. Tacey.
Yate Kwasina Shay Sani Adel Enedashijine Sena Habitlinishla, Tukatna Sani Bashichin, Tukabahedashichedo Hashkahazo Dashanelle. A coat ow, Dine Hasranishla. So my name is Tacey City, and I'm professor here of creative writing at Beloit College. Come from the Southwest, from the Navajo Nation or the Dine tribe. And I introduce myself to you guys in my language, Dinebazad. I'm Sleep Rock people, born for the Tangle people. My maternal grandfather is Water Edge people. And my paternal grandfather is Yucca Fruit Strung Out in a Line people. And this is how I introduce myself to a new group of people so that you know who I am and where I come from. One of the poems that I'm going to read, I'm going to start off with, is a winter poem. And with my people, we have winter begins when the first killing frost, the frost comes and it kills the plants. And so that's the beginning of our winter. And the end of our winter is the first thunderstorm in the spring. And so this is the time that we tell our creation stories, and it's also time that we tell our monster stories. And so I like to take advantage of reading my monster poems when it's the appropriate time. So I'm going to start off reading this poem called Monster Who Kicks People Down the Cliff. Am I too loud, or is that okay?
No, I think
it's
you're
okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. Huh? Okay, good. He tells me his mother once rode a mare to death, that when he was a child, she'd kick him in the pants, and he'd plummet to the canyon floor, talking to his relatives all along the way. But tonight, the sky emits a loneliness only a monster could know. And so he told me how he came to be this way. In a vale of cottonwoods, he starts, my mother would sit near the river, bending her back for stones that looked like half of me. Soon thereafter, I settled like a rock inside her belly as she rode bareback along the river. Maybe it was the weight of me, but soon she regretted how she waited for the sun to warm cliffs, regretted my father seeing her longing. I've seen her clamber and wail when she went off to be with canyon walls. Later, she'd rock me to sleep. Away and I, away and I, oh, way and I, away oh no, oh, away oh nay, oh no, away oh no. And as she went riding over, I can't tell you how the sky shot me to pieces, how my insides lay like a wet mane over river rocks. I never saw the horse again, and now my mother's people know nothing but to skid me across water into the walls below. Your people, he finishes and stands up. When you pile the night as long as I have and wait for walls to sink, then rise into sun, you can never know morning like this. Yeah. Thank you. So these other two poems I'm going to read from my second book. It's called At Risk. And these are my unrequited love poems mostly. So I hope you enjoy them. And sort of like Miranda, right? I'm here to make you feel sad. I always think that, writers like Chris who can write about happy things, I just can't do it. I don't know. One of these days, I might pass that threshold. A February snow. I thought I knew love in every drag of the tongue across icing. Sparkle and glaze, thought I went wading into stars, pulling my dress up to my knees. I get like this when it precipitates. Fall like salt, muscles in my back, tear to the point of floating, bearing flakes. They come heavy now, lacking grace, exposing the weight my collarbones carry. The wind can only lift so much with its song. Snow is a blessing. Its color amplifies silence so you can hear every crunch or offering of self. A sugar cookie wrapped in napkin. Alas, all that's here is a field of snow and a napkin to cleanse my lips of any leftover sweetness. I ate that cookie for days until I fell brittle. It's the time of year when I sink into my armchair, into threads of branches gone bare. It's tough to tell in this scene if it's birth or dying time. All I know is it's the season when wind comes crying, like a baby whose head knocks a pew during the passing of the sacrament, that silence, her long inhale filling with pain. And so I'll finish with this poem called Sonnet for My Wrist. I tend to mistake your ribs for a hand towel. It hangs on a nail above the wash bowl, the hand towel ripped. There's something wearing about the end curve of thread. When I sleep, I keep my palms open. Verve, we were lovers in a field of gray. In Navajo, we say something rote, all radical when you hurt me something close. Even you laughed. It's best I tether, forget flyaways I plucked. My bones, they lie to me like fray, like gaunt. I don't crawl back for fragments. Even a spinal cord of sinew, it's not going to close. You rope me from stray to grip. It's all for naught. I'm born for my father, tangle people, our mouths in webs. Tonight, my wrists part, and you chase my insides until they dangle into pieces. Thank you.
Hey, Stacey. You gotta take that. You gotta take that. And you're gonna strum the guitar on. There, everyone's gotta play the everyone's gotta play the guitar tonight. Okay, we got we're gonna play a song. And I was going to do one that, as Tacey said, is kind of unrequited love, the one, Quarry. But I'm just going to change it up just a tad. Yeah. We do things on the fly, Will. So let's do Lily and Gish. Let's see. Miranda, we'll have to get you up here and have you strum the guitar. I know you had some different tuning, and so we thought you could come up here right now. We'll get you in here. Just come on walking up here. It's okay. It's all right, I promise. Here. Most people think I'm scary like that. Well, now Lily and Gish was a mighty fine dish, always like a minnow from the mouth of a fish. She said, please, she got what she wished, and they hadn't had to call her from San Martin. Everybody needs someone to save, like a cat in a tree and a schoolboy brave, waiting for the day he'll be able to shave, drive his own car down the San Martin. The world is funny, funnier every day. You can hear it laughing as it goes insane. You can hear it laughing at the back of the brain. You can hear it crying in the pouring rain. funnier every day. You can hear it laughing as it goes insane. You can hear it laughing in the back of your brain. You can see it crying in the pouring rain. The world is funny, funnier every day. Hear it laughing as it goes insane. Hear it laughing in the back of your brain. You can see it crying in the pouring rain. All right, keep up with me, fellas. All right, sometimes I wander. No, Rick, we're going to ask you to ask Rick to come back up here and just give us a little reading and a little talk, whatever he feels like. This is his thing. The Black Ram Jam is started all because of him and this guitar.
Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Tacey. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Nick, Zach. And what is drummer man's name?
Voodoo.
Yes, thank you. She's never heard one of these things either, so it's a big night for her. Yeah, we're working to protect her forest as the first climate refuge in possibly the world. And a climate refuge is a really simple idea. Leave big trees to get bigger and old forests to get older. It's a place to bring increased scientific and artistic inquiry. So we've been bringing in poets and musicians and ceramicists and photographers, painters into the old forest to get their response to it. And it's just so great to be halfway across the country with her and seeing y'all's community putting your songs and your voices into her. We know that sound waves, once they're agitated, they never stop vibrating. There's always a slight echo going on in this instrument of everything she's ever heard. When she was a tree in the forest, 315 years of sound is in the wood, and now, one evening, an hour of music and poetry and song in Beloit, Wisconsin. And thank you, Nick, so much for letting people play a chord or strum her. We hope that in Montana, she belongs to all of us. We hope everybody in Montana over the course of their life will have a chance to see her and hear her, and if they wish to, put their sound into her. We are all in this together. I want to read a poem about well, it doesn't matter what it's about. It's by a poet, W.S. Merwin, who wrote a beautiful poem about forest called The Forgotten Language. It's a very short poem. That's not the one I'm going to read. The short one is, I want to speak for the forest. I want to tell what the forests were like. I have to speak in a forgotten language. And I think the more we learn about trees and forests, the more we learn about ourselves and all the different ways to communicate. This poem is called Berryman. It's about Merwin's mentor, John Berryman. I will tell you what he told me in the years just after the war, as we then called the Second World War. Don't lose your arrogance yet, he said. You can do that when you're older. Lose it too soon, and you may merely replace it with vanity. Just one time, he suggested changing the usual order of the same words in a line of verse. Why point out a thing twice? He suggested I pray to the muse, get down on my knees and pray, right here in the corner, and he said he meant it literally. It was in the days before the beard and the drink, but he was deep in tides of his own through which he sailed, chin sideways and head tilted like a tacking sloop. He was far older than the dates allowed, far much older than I was. He was in his 30s. He snapped down his nose with an accent I think he had affected in England. As for publishing, to paper my wall with rejection slips, his lips and the bones of his long fingers trembled with the vehemence of his views about poetry. He said the great presence that permitted everything and transmuted it in poetry was passion. Passion was genius, and he praised movement and invention. I had hardly begun to read. I asked, how can you be sure that what you write is really any good at all? And he said, you can't. You can't, you can never be sure. You die without knowing whether anything you wrote was any good. If you have to be sure, don't write. One more poem by Lisa Fishman. It's for our dear friend Lisa Wright. It's called Night Skiing. I heard coyotes for the first time in conversation with what moon there was. I don't know how they knew I was there, deep in the pines and the junipers, or whether they knew it at all. Accuracy is all I want, my skis to glide through Killian Canyon as if I know the land and where it dips, where it rises suddenly beneath the snow, and where the creek is truly frozen. How much we know by guessing and forgetting there are dangers when you have no light but stars, no way back if your arms give out or you lose sight of which trail through which clearing will take you home again. Wanting nothing but the sky turned white against the mountains and the silence, not silence, but water running underneath the frozen creek. This is how you cross it. This is how you fall in love with accuracy. I don't know how much the body has to do with it, but I would say my lungs are bruise-colored rivers of trout, cascading faster than Killian Creek and with less reason. It is how the story begins. The mountains lit the sky. Coyotes devoured the stars. Thank you.
Fantastic. And thanks again, Rick, for being the Mackey Chair, coming, and from Montana. And you'll be there, and you said you're willing to host anybody for up to a week. Anyone from here that?
A week in geological terms.
In geological terms, right? All right. Let's see, Annabelle. Annabelle's coming up, and Annabelle is a student at Beloit College, and her partner Brandon. You're going to come up, and so you're going to use this guitar, and then Brandon's going to hook into the other one. Is that right?
We're going to figure it out. All right, we're going to do.
Hey guys.
And then you're over here. No, oh, you're going to do, okay. All right. You come on over here. That's great. Annabelle. They're tuning up. Rick had mentioned all in this together, so we got a special song that was written just for this evening and for the guitar and for all of us in a couple minutes.
How's everyone feeling tonight? Yeah. Thank you, Rick, for letting me play this guitar. I feel very honored. So we're gonna play a couple songs that we wrote. They're originals. And you guys are the first people to hear it live. So. Okay. So we wrote that on the Beloit train tracks. I don't know if any of you guys have been, but it's really fun. It's really cool. Okay, and this next one, shout out to Chris Fink. I wrote this one in the Boundary Waters. You guys should do Riding Wilderness with Chris Fink.
Smoking train cars in chains. Well, I told him to move aside 'cause I was running real late. And he said, where you think you're going, little June sunshine? I'm a jet for you. Do you think you have the mind to get this crack in the sky, in the sky? Two-way mirror works both ways. Now you're on your own, boy, it's a new day. On your own, boy, it's a new day. Well, my kid sister's more of a real sharp with soft kicks, she hits the streets real New York side. Oh, she tells me she's been hearing very strange voices on the telephone, saying they've gone back to 64 when no one's ever
All right, let's get Zach in there, but let's hear it again for Annabelle and Brandon. More talent in Beloit, all kinds of talent in Beloit, and we're gonna, on that first Thursday again, we're gonna bring them back and bring others into the fold as well. So we're gonna close out with a song written with that phrase, all in this together. And want to thank everyone here, Brian Morello, who runs this, Susan. We got Motz, who's doing the TV. He's runs the TV broadcasting program here. And some of his students. Zach's here with it, and Finn. And we got Anson. Let me see. Sky's over here. She's been with us for the longest time. And we got Lily, who I just met tonight. Olin's back in the broadcasting room. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. I hope not. And these are all students. So they're learning the broadcasting, they're learning the sound and everything else. So we consider ourselves great teachers and mentors to them. So yeah, I think that covers everything. This song, it's going to be a sing-along. So if you don't like singing, now's your chance to head for the exit or go upstairs or go hide in the back. Go for a walk. There's no time for blame. We could just talk. Remind me your name. So many roads, we need a few bridges. But can we have both cars and tree-lined ridges? It's clearer than water, more brittle than bone. Knowing our sons and our daughters deserve this place where they're grown. This place where they're grown. We're all in this together, no one ever stands alone. We're all in this together, no one ever stands alone. There you go, your cue. Take this guitar, have you heard it sing? It can roar like a river or soothe like a spring. It's a black ram beauty from a fallen spruce. I thought it my duty to put it to use. Noise. Can you hear that tone? It's got a voice. All its own. All its own. All in this. Here we go. Together. No one ever stands alone. Yeah. We're all in this. Together. No one ever stands alone. Zach. Our fate when push comes to shove. I don't want to breed hate. I want to breed love. I want to breed love. We're all in this together. No one ever stands alone. Everyone. We're all in this together. No one ever stands alone. Okay. We're all in this together. No one ever stands alone. The big finish. We're all in this together. No one ever stands alone. All right, thank you very much. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the next First Thursday. All right.